Yeah, what up, guys? It's Austin. In today's I want to show you my trip to Tromso, Norway. So in this video I want to show you some great locations around the city, a huge tip how you can potentially save a lot of money, and hopefully the Northern Lights. Should be a great time. So the first stop is going to be the Tromso viewpoint on that mountain. You can either take the hard route, which is over 1,200 steps I believe, or you can take the cable car. So your eyes are not deceiving you, this isn't like an old Iceland video outtake. Just a few hundred meters above, all of a sudden it's white, and it's cold and windy, and it's awesome. You know, it was just green and orange. All of a sudden, it's white. Check it out. Can explore a lot. This is epic. So I'm not in full gear, so I can definitely feel the cold. So supposedly this is a great spot to see the Northern Lights, but as you can tell, it's quite cloudy, so it should be, yeah, the chances are rather slim. You didn't see it live, but this is the aftermath. I was like, I don't need crampons this time around for Norway, but as you can tell, places it's still slippery. A bit further down, great view as well. And what type of comedy is this? So there is no fence, but I don't even know. Can the camera pick it up? Is this supposed to keep me from falling? Here it's like a proper fence. But what is the meaning of this? Welcome to the next day. Today I've planned essentially a bunch of road trips. And the cool thing is, just like in Iceland, on your way to your destinations, left and right, there are so many sights to behold that it's very inviting for you to just park your car and just take it all in. I mean, just look at the view. Gorgeous. Now it is raining. It's a bit unfortunate. Very cloudy. Man, but this scenery with sunshine, that would have been quite something. But even with light rain, very pretty. So I'm going to stop right next to the roads, next to the island called Kvaloya. I think it is said that it is the 5th biggest island in all of Norway. And the stops will be in the description. There will be a few. So if you want to go this route yourself, once again, the names will be in the description. I think it is a good pointer. The views that I'm taking in left and right along the way are quite stunning. Little tiny waterfalls in the far, and the more I drive, the snowier it gets, it seems like. Even on the road, left and right, some snow. So I'm in Sjotun now. I think somewhere around here there should be a guest house which is known, and the place as a whole I believe is known for fishing. Look at the bird. But yeah, just the landscape as a whole, very pretty. Too bad the sun is not. After driving for a while and crossing a huge bridge, I made it to the island Sommaroy. Essentially just park your car and explore the island. It's very quiet. You know, even though it's gray out and the sun isn't shining, I can tell the water is very pretty. Whoop. There's some beautiful shells on the beach. Let's check this out. I mean, this might be the prettiest one I've ever found on any beach for that matter. So blue. I think I can hike all the way up there. So far it's been a very chill hike. This looks like it's going to be a bit more challenging. All right. Check out the view. Those little islands in the far. Man, can you imagine seeing the Northern Lights from up here? Whoa. Now, in a place with little to no signs, no fences, no safety measures whatsoever, it's a good idea usually to stay on the trail for at least two reasons. Number one, it's probably safer. Number two, you don't want to mess up the vegetation and the view. I don't know if you can tell. Oh no, I got wet. It's getting quite windy up here. That's the bridge. Now, what is a shell doing way up here? What is that all about? This was a lot of fun. I really recommend coming here and visiting this island. Time for the hunt. Time to hunt for the Northern Lights. In a nutshell, to see the Northern Lights, you need three things. You need solar activity, you need darkness, and you need clear skies, pretty much in that order. So it's going to be tough to see them during summer, during bad weather, so the conditions need to be somewhat good. And you have two options. Essentially, you can pick up a car and drive yourself, or you can go with a group, maybe a private group, maybe a semi-private, up to 6 people, or a regular group with somewhat of a bus with like 16 people, depending on the budget and your preferences. I drove myself, and now we wait. Now, through my phone, it looked like something like this. But sometimes the Northern Lights can be somewhat deceiving. The camera in the night mode can pick it up, but sometimes you can't see them with the naked eye. Maybe I saw some faint colors, but nothing substantial. Through the help of some apps, you might get a better chance of seeing the Northern Lights. This is a map, for example, a cloud map, if you will, and I'm at the blue spot, and closer to the coast, it's even less cloudy, so let's get going. Well, the hunt was definitely successful. It's in front of me, it's above me, it's behind me. Now, the unfortunate part is they can probably not see it, so I'll be attaching a few pictures. They're really forming up now, big time. This is like a proper dance now. This is way better than what I've seen in Iceland. A proper dance. Oh wow. But these hunts, stay warm, put on a lot of clothes, maybe a couple snacks. It's tough, but it's so worth it. Well, nights like these anyway. Another day, another adventure. I'm at the Ersfjord viewpoint, and needless to say, got some great views here. Lots of places to hike. Some people coming down there. Probably went up all the way. There's like a little, cabin? What is that? Very pretty place. It's very cold though today. Seems like there are different viewpoints to really take it all in. Green, orange. I believe it's like 6 degrees Celsius today, but it feels much colder. Remains of a fire, probably from a Northern Lights tour. I think it's a pretty popular spot to see them. What is that? That's some kind of basement, some kind of bunker? What could this be? Dang it, I didn't bring my headlamp. Spooky. Oh yeah, it's just some kind of maybe storage room. Interesting. Oh, it's warm here. The sun is finally out in the far, and look at the difference. Look how colorful that orange tone is all of a sudden. Well, at least I saw some of it. That right there is special. To the left, orange and sunny. To the right, white. How cool is that? Something interesting I've noticed. The sidewalk kind of just stops at random spots. Like, where am I supposed to walk all of a sudden? It's just a road. This is the frozen Artic waterfall, located around maybe like 20 minutes by foot from the viewpoint that I showed you. Big time Iceland vibes. Man, if those houses aren't well isolated, that's gotta get annoying. All that noise. I'm on my way to the next location, and look at what I have found. Isn't that awesome? pretty close, man. How cool is that? Yeah, it's backing off. Okay. I don't got anything on me, unfortunately. Eatable. Realistically, anyway. So this is a place called Prestvannet. Essentially, beautiful surroundings with a huge lake. Nice for a stroll, a jog maybe. Whoa. On the button. Very cool. This is another popular spot to catch the northern lights. It looks a bit cloudy today, or very cloudy actually. Now let's talk money. Now they usually say that Norway is quite expensive. Is that true? Let's find out. I'll just show you some prices and I'll let you be the judge. 3-layer toilet paper. 1.5 layers of apple juice. 1 kilogram of spaghetti. 1 big bag of toast. And finally 1 bottle of soda. Now when coming here, I would definitely suggest renting a car. Some places aren't that easily accessible through public transport and you're just way more flexible. Now here comes the whole saving money part. When renting a car, you should try and rent an e-car. I think they're usually a bit cheaper here renting them, and here comes the big one. This is game changing basically. Try to rent an accommodation which has a charger and allows you to charge for free. That is the case with me. I'm driving around quite a bit and at nighttime I just plug it in and basically save a lot of money. Petrol is very expensive here in Norway and that saves a lot. Now food isn't exactly cheap here either, especially fast food, so I would definitely suggest getting an accommodation which has at least a stove or a full-on kitchen so you can cook yourself or at least throw in a pizza, instant noodles, you name it. And when it comes to booking tours, I don't think all of them are really necessary, especially the day one I showed you just driving around. If you have a car, you can do the drive by yourself. But I did actually book a tour for tomorrow and it sounds quite exciting, so let's see what tomorrow brings. Welcome to the Sami experience. The Sami people are the indigenous people of the north. They live mainly in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and some of them also in Russia. It's hard to say how many of them actually are, but it is estimated that it's around somewhere between 50 and 100,000. And when it comes to their languages, they actually speak their own, around 10 in total. And I think it's going to start with some reindeer feeding. Maybe this one? Wow. Oh man. That is creepy. How cool is that? Whoa. Behind me as well. Whoa. Oh, my finger. I'm almost empty. He seems to be enjoying. That was fun so far. I think the drive took around 50 minutes, give or take. Then the reindeer situation went on, and now I think they're going to serve us some cookies, maybe some hot chocolate, and later some lunch/dinner.
The Sami knife. Go to any tourist shop or knife shop and ask for a Sami knife. This is what you get. That's how you can see if a person is a Sami when you see them out and about, if they have the Sami knife with them. This is a coat made out of reindeer fur. So to buy one of these without the materials, it is about $7,000 or 7,000 euros. It's not cheap. We never had any warriors in history. So we've always been the losers of colonization. The Vikings came, they taxed us. At one time the Samis had to tax to 4 different kings. The Russian Tsar, Norwegian Viking king, Swedish Viking king, and the Danish Viking king. I would like to thank you all for coming to Tromso, Lapland. I'm so happy you helped me feed my reindeer.
This is so cozy. So I think this is a good spot to gather my thoughts. This was an enlightening experience. I enjoyed learning more about the Sami people. The whole tour takes around about 4, maybe 5 hours with the back and forth with the bus. And I think it was around about 127 euros. I think it's definitely worth it. I recommend it. And that concludes my trip to Tromso, Norway. Now, I'm parked next to the water on the hunt again for the Northern Lights. Nothing so far. And, you know, my main reason for coming here was to see the Northern Lights. Otherwise, it would have been a different destination in Norway as a whole. And, you know, maybe it's marketing. It is basically said that this is the best spot or one of the best spots to see the Northern Lights. Basically, I should be seeing them all day, every day, or all night, every night. But, you know, the weather is kind of unstable here. So many nights, it's just way too cloudy. And from what I hear is that even these services, these shuttles, these tours, the Northern Lights tours, they sometimes go to the border of Finland as well. So they go to Finland to see the Northern Lights. So maybe this isn't the best spot after all. Well, maybe technically, but when it comes to the weather and the clouds, not so much. But hey, at least I got one good show. But maybe this is something to consider when thinking about coming here. If you do decide to come here to see the Northern Lights, just note that this can be risky. Do your research when it comes to the solar activity, the weather, and yeah, just know that you might be disappointed. So try to find at least 1 or 2 more reasons to come here so you don't leave empty-handed. Well, that makes it this video. So where else do you want me to travel to next? Please leave in the comment section. Hopefully I'll be doing exactly that in the coming weeks and months ahead. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys later. Midsound signing out. Peace.